Anyway, can we sync and record this conversation?
Question.
It is already recorded. Doesn't matter if it's synced. We are recording.
Wait, you're right. Damn it.
Hand up, I have a question. I want to talk about what happened today, but it's gory.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, can I do a little summary right now?
Gory in the house.
No.
Holy shit. I don't know if I can talk about this, guys. It was all about Corey. Holy shit.
Guys, this has to be in the recording, right?
That's the episode title, Gory in the House. Continue, Asha.
So a guy, there's like kid who's like young and rambunctious, and he works at my company, and he has like.
In my head, he's just Corey.
Are you working?
He's building all the wooden furniture in the White House. The White House of Canada.
White House of Canada.
It's just a big pile of snow.
It's just covered in snow.
Yes, that's what I said.
It's just an igloo.
You can never find it.
That's
why nobody knows about it, because it's hidden.
Yeah.
It's like the penguin race from Mario 64.
Okay, we can't make a joke about every word Asha says, so please continue.
Oh, should I continue? Okay, so he ended up flipping this metal tiny table for putting chairs on so you can check if they're balanced. He flipped it onto his foot, but at first you just hear a slam, and I'm like, what happened? And he's like, oh, yeah, I just dropped the table. I'm like, oh, okay, and then everyone came to like help move it. And it's just like, okay. And he's like, just check it. And then he's just like, I'm just going to go check on something. And it's like, wait, what is he checking? And then he walks away and we like come after him. And it's like, he broke his foot up. He messed up his toe. It did hit his foot. And his toenail is just off. He's got blood on the floor.
No. No.
It looks like the most.
Why was I eager to listen to this?
Elaborate. How much blood?
I know. That's why I warned you.
I'm the worst.
He's so calm. He is so chill while this is all happening. And of course, I have to help because I'm supposed to get first aid training in December, but I'm not trained yet, so I don't know anything. I don't know how to deal with this. I've helped people who hurt themselves, but I don't know how to like deal with all this, like how to get rid of all this blood and not like fuck up his toenail even more.
Oh God.
Wait, didn't you work
Yeah, I did. No, but I was only like assistant. I didn't have to have like first aid training. I wasn't like, I'm not a teacher.
Oh, okay. No, I had to do first aid training.
Well,
anyways.
I'm doing it.
Like
I'm going to do it soon, but I didn't have to do
life.
it for being a teacher's assistant at a art company.
Good.
But she was an assistant.
That is true.
Her superiors probably had that training.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aren't you like sometimes alone with the children?
The teacher's always in the room because it was just like we come into like classrooms and teach an art lesson based on some local artist while the teacher is still in the room and like helping. So it's not like I'm in charge of the kids. Okay. I'm just teaching the different. Kids. I'm just a guest.
Well, I wasn't supposed to be in charge of the kids, but that school just didn't have enough teachers. And when there are like 2 teachers sick and one didn't make it to school for some reason, I had to take over.
Okay, let's do an intro. That's the end of the
story. It was just very bloody.
Anyway, this is not a podcast.
It got blood everywhere, and I had to mop it.
Oh, great. And I disconnect just as I say.
Oh, no.
No.
Did he ruin furniture?
Dude, his toenail just turned into a no-nail.
Nice.
Holy shit.
My favorite Miyazaki character.
Okay, I'm gonna do an intro. Let's start.
Okay.
No.
This is the start. Just Gory in the house.
Stop.
But we gotta say...
Yeah, that was the
Hey,
start.
welcome to Sketchy People Podcast. Formless episode 2.
We didn't do that on the
We can do it now.
Yeah. Hey, boys and girls. Who... on this episode, we have NeverPaint.
Hello, I'm NeverPaint. That's it.
Graf.
Hey guys, I'm Graf. I do animations and illustrations.
Jesus
Check me out on
cosplays.
Instagram. And Jesus cosplays.
I've seen it. It's true. Alex.
Hey.
You joking there?
Whoa.
And Asha.
Ha ha ha.
Haha. And I'm, as always, I am LemonTart. You can find me at Tardy Art or at LemonTardy. First one is Twitter. Second one is Instagram. And today we're gonna...
In your hearts.
Well, you know, I'm always in there at least a little bit. That wasn't as smooth as I wanted it to be.
Just have at Tardy Art tattooed on my heart.
Aww. So yeah, today we're gonna have another formless cast in which we're all gonna bring a little bit something to the table that happened to us throughout this couple of weeks. Who wants to start? Who wants to start regaling us with their tale? Tale regale.
So, since we started with something gory, I can add something to that. So, as you guys know, I'm like working on a short film for school right now, and it also is gory.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just about to move into production stage, which is extremely scary for me. So yeah, the film's called Paco. I've talked about it before. So next week on Monday, well actually this week on Monday when you're hearing this, I have like an animatic presentation at school, and I'm supposed to be like the moderator, so I have to like introduce all the teams that have the presentations. And I also have to think about what I'm going to say about my own presentation. And it's all just like starting to move really fast now, because the last couple of months, well, it's just like, oh, we're making a concept, we're working on the storyboard, making the animatic and everything. And it's just like fun, and there's not that much pressure, but at least not compared to the production stage. And now it's like it's just all going to hit at once, because on Monday we're going to present the animatic, and then we're like, damn, I need to pump out layouts, like finalized layouts, and then do the background painting and start animating and everything. And it's just like overwhelming. I woke up today and didn't want to get up because I was so scared of the workload I have.
God, I remember that sensation, man. I remember that sensation. Go on, I'll talk about it, but yeah.
Yeah. It's I think it's a common thing. I've heard other people talk about it too. I had it last year too, when I worked on the first film. It's just like when you're so overwhelmed with work that you're afraid of it. You just lie in bed as long as you can before you start working, and then for me, like, it becomes fine during the day.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I start working, I like get into it and I really enjoy it. But getting up in the morning, especially like I think in the early phases of like in the early stages of the production phase, it's gonna be hard.
That's
I totally understand how you feel, man. I remember during this summer specifically, during my job at the camp, there were a few moments there where I went to bed at like 2 a.m. because something had to be fixed, or some kid went missing for whatever reason, and we had to stay up, and or like somebody got sick and we had to take him to the hospital. Like on those nights where I stayed up really late, and then I had to wake up at like 6 a.m. and I had gotten like 3 hours of sleep, and I had a ton of shit to do that day, and I would just open my eyes and lay there in bed with my heart beating really fast and just thinking about all the work that I had to do that day and how exhausted I was already feeling. I totally relate to that sensation, Graf. It's terrifying.
I guess I've never come to this point.
work harder. I'm joking.
Aren't you in uni? Don't you? You're supposed to have that like every single day, right?
Oh no!
You know that?
No.
I believe that's called chronic anxiety, Alex.
Uni. Okay, I've only been in uni for like a year, but for now it was mostly like do nothing for most of the year and like
That's
crunch
weird.
the last 2 weeks.
It is
the fact that you've only been there for a year and this is my 4th year, but we're the same age, is really strange for me.
Well, I did my year at the grade school.
Still, that's
my voluntary year.
That's like, well.
Wait, how many years of high school did you have?
6.
No, I mean school years overall.
School years overall, we have like 6 primary school years and then 6 secondary school years. So 12 in total.
Wait. When did your primary school start?
Grammar school? What do you mean?
Primary
school starts when you're 5.
Something doesn't add up here.
Why?
Because I had here when you're 6, and you also have 12 years usually.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I was 5. I was 5, but sorry, it's when you're 6. I was just young.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you got into school a year earlier than me.
Yeah, but that's
what you're saying.
It's weird because
that's the only way it makes sense. Because I also had 12 years of school and then 1 year voluntary work and then I started uni. So
are you guys the same age?
Yeah.
We have exactly the same age.
Maybe I'm like a year ahead due to our birthdays or something. I don't know.
That doesn't make sense because we're only 2 weeks apart.
But maybe it works differently in Germany. Maybe in Germany they go by your age, while here in Spain they go by your birth year. So I was always
maybe it's
maybe 1 year in Germany is like 2 years in Spain.
No, but like in the US, I would have been a grade lower than here because in the US they go by your age. So I would have been I would have been the oldest in a class, whereas I was the youngest in a class here in Spain because they go by your year of birth.
I'm not really sure how. So
I don't know. Maybe it's that. Anyway,
but
whatever.
I know there's like a cutoff point, and some people are 5 and some people are 6 when they get into primary school.
How can you be in your 4th year? What age did you graduate high school?
17.
Oh. That still doesn't add up.
It still doesn't really add up, right?
Look,
it still doesn't
I was 17 when I graduated high school, and when I entered my first year of university. I turned 18 during my first year of university. I'm going to turn 21 now.
Math.
Okay, I turned 18 in my last year of school, and then turned 19 in my.
I don't know. Numbers.
No, it does make sense. It works, I think.
Does it?
Did I get out?
I was never good at math, so could be.
I think I cut out.
But it is confusing. It is confusing.
It's really not.
No,
to me,
it's not. It's just really strange for me as well to like to have you're in your 4th year. I'm also in my 4th year, sort of. Actually, in my 3rd year in the program I'm doing right now.
Well, yeah, I'm also in my 3rd year in the program I'm doing right now. Because I did 1 year of marketing.
But you're still like 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
That's just. Yeah.
Yeah, you just. Are you a time traveler, Lemon? Tell us, please.
I'm more of a.
Did you get like the Hermione time turner because you were so good at school that
No, I'm just as smart as her, so you know, time warps around me because of my big brain. That was dumb.
I can totally visualize.
I completely sidetracked this conversation with meaningless bullshit. What were you telling us about, Graf?
Well, I don't know. I just started the conversation because that's what was on my mind. Like just this overwhelming feeling of having a lot of work to do. But like, the thing is, I finished some style tests today. That I really, really liked.
Oh, they were
beautiful. I just stared at them, Thanks. I just stared at them for like minutes and was like, damn, if I can make this film and it's gonna look like this in the end, I'm just so looking forward to the whole process of working on it. Like, I just want to start. I'm so motivated right now. That's insane.
What's got to keep you forward. If you know that the end result is going to be good, then you're always going to be wanting to work on it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still going to wake up tomorrow and feel overwhelmed, but
I totally feel that. Like, I just decided that I want to go to a music uni after I'm done with this school.
Yeah, I saw those messages.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so scared. Like,
it's gonna be fine.
It's really hard to get in there, and like, I'm not very good.
You can always try a second time if you want to.
Yeah, I can try 2 times, and then that's it.
Then you go to a different one and you try there.
Sweet.
I guess maybe.
It's kind of weird. Why would they even do that? Like, if someone has improved,
if you fail the exam twice, you just are banned from doing it again.
That's evil.
So each year there are like 400 people doing the entrance exams, I think, and like 30 get accepted.
Oh, that's rough.
I see.
Yeah.
I had that situation at an art
and I've
school
like
I applied.
a year and a half left of my current school, which is like a graphic design school, and I really like need to grind like music theory and all that stuff every single day until then.
How many levels away are you?
I won't make it. All of them.
What's the cap?
The cap is Mozart.
I don't know.
Oof.
I'll
get you on EXP boost for your birthday.
Good luck.
So Alex, you said you wanted to talk about cute girls.
Oh, you know. It's not like...
Good job podcasting, bro.
I actually... It was a secret.
What?
I actually don't have like anything recent that happened that was cool. I just like cute girls.
I mean, same.
Who doesn't?
And it's been really lonely living by myself. But like, whatever.
Where's the punchline?
I can go busk now every single day. I can just go busk now.
Ooh, busking is fun.
That's my...
You should do it.
Dude, we should...
Oh my god, we could busk together at SketchyCon! I'll bring a hat.
Guys, what is that?
It's when you go to town.
It's when you just play on the street for money.
On the street.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you run from the
can I go around with the hat and...
Yeah.
Like,
I'll bring my triangle, yeah.
Yes, then we have 2 triangles.
Guys, I can't play the triangle. I'm super bad at that.
We'll teach you.
Oh, you will. We'll teach you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not hard. You hit the thing with the thing, and it does the thing.
Yeah, but you have to hold like a rhythm.
And
I don't know a rhythm.
Instantly.
Just hold the microphone in front of the triangle and hook it up to a loudspeaker.
And then die.
God, I wish we can use a bass.
I wanted to borrow one from a friend, but she doesn't have it anymore. So.
What? How would she? Why would she?
Because she never gets around to playing it.
Well,
that doesn't mean you should
will
sell
convince
them.
her to
That's so stupid.
Give it to me.
The thing is, it was never hers in the first place. She had borrowed it from another friend. I had that confused in my head.
Why would that other friend give it away? That doesn't make sense.
Some people have instruments and don't play it.
Can we lend? Like, can we like maybe rent one from like a music store?
That could be a thing, actually. I don't know how expensive that would be though, but we could see about it.
I'd be down.
Maybe I'd just buy a cheap one. I want to play bass anyway.
I'd just be sad if we tried to record music without a bass. I feel like something will be missing.
Well, we do have MIDI keyboards, right?
I have one MIDI keyboard.
Wait, is it the same one I have?
Yeah, the MPK Mini.
I don't know about MIDI keyboards. I mean, they might go bad if we don't put them in the fridge.
I also have like another keyboard that we could also
because they're MIDI.
I think.
Oh, I disconnected.
Lemon became a robot.
I was just making a dumb joke about meat and MIDI keyboards.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been also getting like ads on Instagram for like a music college in Vienna.
Ooh,
nice.
So watch out, Graf.
Dude,
apply to that one. Apply to that one.
Yeah, you can live with Graf.
I'm talking to Graf over Discord.
But also, it would be like billions of euros more expensive to like go there.
But you can live with Graf
for like the entrance exams and shit.
I have a couch on which you can.
That's it.
The couch would be enough for me. Guys, I want to talk about my living situation.
Oh yeah, your new house.
Which has changed. Yeah, I have a new house. I bought a house. No.
I bought a house in Boston.
What?
In Boston.
After 3 days of research. I moved together with two of my roommates from that student dorm that I lived in for my first year of studies.
That we lived in for a couple of weeks, of days.
No, yes. after a year, and those two became good friends there, and we kind of hated it there because it's like a 8-man students dorm, and you have to share one kid. 8? No, what's it called? 8
No,
person.
it's just funny.
Okay. And it was only men. We never had girls in that dorm.
That's because you did it wrong. I'm just joking.
Probably. Most likely. And we had to share like one kitchen between 8 people, and people were constantly moving in and out, so it wasn't really a lot of time to like getting to know them. It was basically like living with strangers sometimes. And it was bad. So we looked for a small apartment with like 3 rooms, and we found one that was even cheaper than our students' dorm.
The fact that it's cheaper.
At least
that's incredible.
At least for me, because we divided the rooms by like the costs by room size, and I took the smallest room, which is amount as big as my old room. So I'm going cheaper.
That's incredible that you found it for cheaper. That's so cool.
And the best part is it's even in a better location.
Ooh,
like even better.
That seems hard to believe, but
cool. It's even closer to the main station.
No, it's a little farther apart from the main station, but it's closer to the city center, and basically on the same tram line. Fantastic.
I mean, all of the whole center of Dresden was pretty small. Like, you could just walk anywhere, really.
It is pretty small, but I'm just like the women's church, like the big dome.
Yeah,
thing?
I remember.
I can see that now
cool.
from my house.
Whoa!
Oh, I want to go back now. I'm remembering all the.
It's really neat, and you guys should come, all of you.
Want to go someday?
Yeah, someday, some night.
Some bleed, some die in the name of the samurai. Some fight. Okay.
And I'm just really happy about this new apartment because it's very different. It feels like home. Like we have like a kitchen where you can sit in, and it's comfy, and you open the kitchen shelves, and there's like only stuff there that you can use, and that's clean and ours, and we organized it, and I have my own room that I will make the perfect room for myself, because I'm gonna live here for kind of a long time, till the end of my studies probably, and I'm gonna make this the perfect home base of operations for NeverPaint stuff. It's the Never Room.
The Never Room.
It exists now.
Because it's so full of stuff, so there's never room.
actually, my dad's gonna come here next week, and he's gonna build me a loft bed.
Ooh.
And that's gonna be really nice. So I'm gonna have even more room under it. Yeah. And he also already built me like a big desk, and my desk is giant now. It has so much space. It's beautiful. Yeah. Just different living situation can sometimes really influence like your whole mood and productivity, because I've been grinding out drawings for the last few days.
Yeah, you've been very productive the last couple days. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
And I relate to that. Like when I tidy up my room, my productivity just goes up instantly.
Yeah. But also right now I'm sleeping on the ground because I don't have my bed yet. So I only have my new mattress on the ground. And I do have to say, when I moved to the student's dorm, I had for the first time in like 10 years a normal bed, not a loft bed. And that was like a killer for productivity, because I don't have to climb up the bed. So I'm just gonna fall down and sleep on my bed when I come home.
Makes sense.
Because when you have to use your bed as a sitting place, it's way easier to just fall asleep randomly.
Wouldn't that be really bad for your back, though?
What?
Using your bed as a place to sit?
Yes, and it was a kind of bad situation, because it was a bad situation. And that's why I'm gonna get like a very small couch in my new room and a loft bed. And
I'm surprised you can
just gonna fall asleep on the couch.
So it's like a miniature, like a fingerboard sized couch.
Yeah, like a 1/100 scale couch.
It's gonna be a very small, like 1 meter and 40 centimeters. And it's also gonna have like a guest bed transformation function, so you guys can all come.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm honestly a bit sad about my current place.
Yeah.
It is pretty big, but like, it had stuff in it when I moved in, so I didn't need to like do stuff like buy furniture. You know.
Oh yeah, it was.
It's not like I had money, but like I would like to just sleep on a mattress on the ground and have a kotatsu in the winter.
Why are you trying to become the most weeb version of yourself possible?
Not even true.
What do you mean by this?
I just want to be comfy.
I find floor mattresses really uncomfortable, but maybe that's just me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I like it.
I literally don't feel a difference between like a real bed and a floor mattress. The only difference is that my loft bed is harder to get up to, so I'm not gonna fall asleep as much.
Nice.
It's just I climb down from the bed and I'm awake, and when I'm going to sleep I'm climb up again, and there's like no in between.
Yeah. There's no limbo where you can like sit on the bed and fall and get sleepy.
You can sleep onto like a ladder defined. Up to your loft bed.
That's I want to say that hasn't happened to me before. This wouldn't be true.
Luftbed.
Did you actually fall down?
No, it was like a ladder that was like slightly
bed shaped.
Slightly bed.
I could actually like sit on that ladder and be comfortable, and that was the problem. In my old room.
It's strange that you have this problem that you just like fall asleep as soon as you get too comfy.
Yeah.
I would never think about like straight going to bed when I come home unless I have a headache or something.
No, I don't go to bed. I just sit down on my bed and want to read a book and I'm just gonna fall asleep. Like as soon as I'm as soon as I'm getting like slightly vertical, I'm just falling asleep instantly.
My body doesn't want to fall asleep like it.
Horizontal. Sorry.
Maybe you need some caffeine or something.
No. Scary. Drugs.
Yes.
Bad.
Coffee. Green tea.
I mean, I could drink tea.
Sugar's a drug.
Sugar.
No.
That's
Dude,
true. By the way, sugar. I just ate like a sugary chocolate thing that was filled with cookie dough. Like my sister gave it to me, and she's like, "Here, that's a chocolate treat that's filled with like unbaked cookie dough."
Yeah.
And I was like, "That's
I
not.
want
It's the best.
That shouldn't be allowed. That shouldn't be possible."
Have you ever had sushi NeverPaint? Get with
I
the
hope
times.
you don't get. Sushi's just rolled up cookie dough.
Unbaked cookie dough is great.
Cookie dough is fantastic.
I love to eat cookie dough, but only when I make cookies. Like,
I remember when I first discovered
do you make
cookie
cookies?
dough as like something you could eat. I was 7, and we were in good old Virginia with my dad, and my dad was making cookies, and he just like
Americans.
He just picked up a dollop of dough. He was like, "Eat it." I was like, "Wait, what? You can do this?"
That has always been.
And it was delicious.
Has always been like part of my childhood, but it wouldn't be something someone sells to you.
Well,
that is weird to me.
Like it's just very popular in the U.S. One of the most popular like ice cream flavors is Ben and Jerry's cookie dough, and it's just vanilla with like big chunks of cookie dough in the ice cream. It's great.
Whoa.
Wait.
Whoa.
Can we go ice skating on SketchyCon?
I'm not a huge fan, but sure.
We can.
I hate it.
I rather
Okay.
do all the gay
scary.
stuff and colorful animation.
No, I just want to ice skate forever.
I'm not a huge fan.
We can
of ice
go if
skating,
you
but
want to.
We can go.
It's not crazy expensive. There's like, I'm not sure if they leave the Christmas lights out until New Year's, but like usually the trees, like it's in front of the city hall, and there's a huge park and have
it's outside.
large trees.
Is it like outside at the marketplace?
Yeah, I mean there's multiple, but that's the one I've been to, and the trees are just like covered in lights, and it's actually really beautiful.
They just turned on all the lights here in Madrid, like today.
Yeah, it was pitch black every single day.
You just couldn't be out at night. No, but I like after class, I had a little dinner date, and we went to Five Guys to get a nice burger, and like they had just turned on all the lights, and it was just so beautiful. In Sol, which is one of the big center center stations, every year they put up this giant Christmas tree made out of lights. Let me look it up. And then around it, they just put cool lights all over the buildings and all over the streets, and it just looks really, really colorful and beautiful. And it's one of my favorite moments of the year. It was just...
That's Christmas for you.
Yeah, it was just so nice to, like, pop out of the metro, and I didn't remember at all that that it was going to be that. And it was cute to walk hand in hand with a cutie and look at the lights. And here's a picture of what it looks like.
Christmas cute.
Dude.
Oh, it's blue.
Yeah, they light up all of the buildings in, like, cool blue.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty.
That is weird.
Yeah.
And cool.
This is what I was thinking about when you posted the drawing earlier today of the building. It's like buildings at night usually have lighting. Not this, of course.
But not like this. I haven't seen something like this before.
Yeah.
It's sick.
Yeah.
Because like the whole building is lit, like all the parts, and not like some.
Dude, the building is lit.
I already made that joke on this podcast.
Okay. The city I live in is like is super famous for its Christmas markets and like lights and stuff.
It's like every German city, though.
No, this one is special, okay? But it doesn't look like this. It looks like a color filter.
I mean, obviously it's an edited picture, but still, it does look like that. Just
it is a color filter.
Not as blue, but it is still blue. See. And then there's also...
I just thought that was like a picture you took.
Oh, no. I just found this online. And there's also this really cool little market from the 20s. And it's always filled with a lot of Christmas goodies. It's called Mercado de San Miguel. So it's really fun to walk around. It's always packed because it's full of tourists. But it's just a nice little market. I love the aesthetic.
For some probably racist reason, I never assumed that like Mediterranean countries had Christmas, or like I never thought of it.
What do you mean?
I mean, it makes total sense, but I'm only visiting these countries in the summer, so I don't assume they have like a Christmas time. Somehow that's a revelation to me now.
Like winter in general, or like the religion of Christianity? Because both are dumb.
I guess you guys have a lot of churches, but for some reason I never thought of like Italian or Spanish Christmas or what that could look like.
Well, it just looks like Christmas, man.
Sick.
Anyway, I really like Madrid, and it gets really pretty during Christmas time and during winter time. It's one of my favorite cities, and I'm happy I live here. Thanks for listening to my blog, everybody.
It's crazy how Dark Souls and Christmas came from like Digivolve from the same thing.
What?
Yes. But also, speaking of Christianity, speaking of lights, I've visited an IKEA. Have you ever been to an IKEA?
Oh, IKEA's great.
Yeah.
As a guy interested in interior design, IKEA is a treat every single time because you just walk around there and they have these super cool dioramas with matching furniture everywhere. Yeah. And just see everything. It's great.
No, that's so great. Okay, I haven't been to an IKEA in like 10 years, and we had to get like furniture and stuff, the new mattresses, and then it was cool. And it's just this weird parallel universe of like, it's like a bunch of apartments, like fully designed out, and like it's like a bunch of different kitchens, but they all like are next to each other and can go from one to one and sit in like a comfy couch, and it's neat. But the best part about IKEA nowadays is they have like these giant bins of plushies.
Oh everywhere. Yeah, they do.
And you can just like hug an entire pile of plushy sharks or like white whales or what else they have. And I got a shark. I got an anime meme IKEA shark.
Oh, you got a
that shark
meme
you posted
IKEA
was from
shark.
IKEA?
Yeah, they are from IKEA.
That looked way too good. All the plushies I see at IKEA just look like garbage.
What? Really? I usually think they're very nice quality.
They are really nice quality and pretty cheap. And the IKEA shark is like famous through anime stuff and fan art from the internet.
Maybe IKEA is just worse in Austria.
Austrian IKEA is different, or did I just miss the good ones? Maybe.
NeverPaint.
No, like every time I walk through IKEA, I see like the animals and the plushies, and they just look horrible.
Well,
I don't know what you mean.
But I've never seen the shark.
That's not.
It's the meme shark.
When have you last been to an IKEA? They are everywhere. They're sitting
like 2 months
into
ago.
the furniture. Are they like banned from Austria or something?
Like... Well, maybe I just didn't pay attention. I just remember like seeing plushies, and there was no shark. I don't know. Gotta go again.
Yeah.
To find out.
Oh, what was
I called the shark. Hi.
All right. NeverPaint. You haven't.
Lemon, you don't even get that joke.
I don't. I'm just laughing to humor you.
Shark means hi in German. Hi means shark. It's our word for shark. It's hi.
Oh, I see.
The Japanese hi.
I get it. I didn't know that.
And as you can imagine, there's a lot of jokes that spawn from that. With the word hi.
Hi. Oh no. That's the
joke. Yeah, exactly that.
Exactly that one joke.
NeverPaint, hear me out.
Two fish meet. One says hi, the other says where.
I was going to talk about the true IKEA experience, which is finishing a tough university exam and then getting out of university and then getting with all of your mates into a car and driving to the nearby IKEA that's like a 15-minute drive away in the middle of nowhere, and then you eat like 6 €1 hot dogs to celebrate the exam. And that's the only reason I've gone to IKEA, like the last 5 times I've gone to IKEA, just to eat the delicious hot dogs and then go back.
Yeah, I've heard about the fabled IKEA hot
dogs. They're
dogs.
so cheap and they're so satisfying and pretty tasty. You can just eat them forever.
And they have the fried onions.
Oh
fried
my
onions,
God.
they have the best.
I mean, that's like every hot dog place, right?
No.
Like, they are cheaper, but they have fried onions.
IKEA hot dogs are in the league of their own, NeverPaint.
I mean, I had one, but...
maybe. Honestly, hot dogs out here are pretty...
that's true. You guys do live in Germany.
They're like street food.
Yeah. You guys do live in sausage central.
Okay. Yeah, New York hot dogs are all bad. I tried like 5 or 6 of them around the city. They're all bad. Even though it's the capital of a hot dog.
I'm probably just not accustomed to eating sausages on bread, so it's special for me to eat sausages on bread in IKEA.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I understand now.
Well,
anybody else have something to talk about?
I just have to
Lemon just instantly leaves.
NeverPaint. You could just have the Swedish meatballs instead. Those are great.
Wait, I love hot dogs.
Wait, what?
And I don't like meatballs. I love hot dogs.
But you said the hot dog wasn't that good, so you could try the meatballs.
No, I said it wasn't that special. Like, I had comparable hot dogs before.
Oh, well, yeah.
I didn't think it was like, whoa, greatest hot dog ever.
It's not incredible. It's just like €1, and that makes it worth it.
That's true. But after you spend like €200 in the IKEA, it's not that good anymore.
Well, that's why you go to IKEA exclusively to eat the hot dogs and then leave.
I see.
But yeah. Anybody else want to talk about something? Are you gonna tell your Gory in the house story again, Asha?
No, that's gonna be in the
that is already in the episode.
It's the intro, yeah.
Sick.
It's the cold opening.
Cold-blooded.
Oh, what are we gonna do for Sketch with Us this episode?
Oh,
Gory in the house.
Or
oof. Sure.
Blood and
never
gore.
mind.
Yeah.
No.
You can also just take take gore and put skin around it, so it's just normal.
Yeah, it'll be normal to see a broken bone with skin around it. That won't be gross at all.
Like pack a bunch of blood and organs and bones into like a bag of skin, and you just have a person. Hashtag Sketchwithus on Twitter, guys. You know the drill.
You know the drill. The drill going through your skull right now. Haha, it's Gore. The Giga Doriru Bureiku and etc.
Yeah, that's the sound it made in Gurren.
So I did a couple fun things this week and a couple terrible things. First of all, I did this really cool visit to this building in Madrid that I didn't know existed. It's this old, in Second Industrial Revolution wood cutting factory that's been reworked into like a community design project sort of building. So you go in there and there's a weekly schedule, and like there's just different little associations and groups working in that building, creating different interesting projects, and you can just sign up and form part of it at any point. I thought it was really, really interesting, and when I'm a little bit less busy, I might join one of the groups if it's interesting to me. But the coolest part was how this really old building had been modified into a modern studio, and especially interesting was this stairwell connecting the two main parts of the building that's just hanging from like a bridge with wire, and it's like a floating stairwell in the air colored neon green, and the whole aesthetic of the place was super great because it was like an old broken down concrete building with little details painted in neon green and pink everywhere. It was sick. But then after that visit, me and my friends went to a restaurant, and I left my bag next to my chair, and the couple that were behind me just got up and stole it, and now I lost my bag and a bunch of drawings forever.
No.
And my laptop and my university projects. You just left it in the chair? I left it next to my chair, and then they just picked it up without me noticing and walked away. Oh, and I noticed like 5 minutes later, but it was already too late.
No.
So that was the worst thing ever.
Don't leave your bag.
I didn't leave it. I just put it next to my chair and stopped looking at it for a couple seconds.
Oh! You sat next to it.
Yeah, I just paid attention to something different, and then it was gone.
And they took it. They took it and ran away, or. Whoa.
So that's the story.
But you said you like talked to the police, so what's any updates on that?
I mean, I went to the police. We actually have a picture of the face of who did it because we were playing around with a 360 camera that I might borrow for SketchyCon. We were playing around with 360 camera, and we actually accidentally captured the face of the couple that was sitting next to us. So we have their face on camera, and we have
wait, like was it like a man and a woman?
Yeah.
Was it the same couple?
Yeah.
Is it like a Bonnie and Clyde crime?
Yeah, it was just a couple that sat down, didn't order anything, and then got back up to steal, and then left. Like you could tell that they were there just to do that, which was sad. But, so like I could get lucky, and the police could find them, but I'm not clinging on to hope. But you know, I feel better today, and it's fine. Like, I'll be okay.
I'm so scared about stuff like that.
Yeah, it's rough. It was definitely like a reality shock because I'm always really, really careful with my stuff, and just one slip up like that could make you lose so much. It's hard. You just don't think it's gonna happen until it happens, I guess. And I know it's very obvious in retrospect, but
it's like a car crash in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe
only less dangerous.
It honestly felt like a breakup. Like it was the same sort of pain.
Oh God!
Like the same. It hit the same part of my brain that was like sad during a breakup. It was the same sort of feeling of loss. Like something you can't fill up. It was pretty whack.
That's what I wondered about. You seem extremely attached to your original drawings. Like that's something I don't quite can relate to.
You're not attached to your art?
I'm not attached to my original drawings. Like as long as I have a photograph, I'm okay.
Really?
I mean. Yeah, I gift away my art like all the time to people, and sometimes I find it again. I'm like, oh, nice, I had that. I did that once.
Maybe if I drew more, I wouldn't feel that way about it.
Don't really care about.
But because it was like my first Inktober and I put a lot of effort into it, I just felt like a big emotional attachment to that little little moleskin.
That's what I find. Fascinating. Because I just lost my sketchbook for like half a year in my room somewhere and didn't find it. And I was like,
I don't know, man. It was my world. It was my little world that I put together.
Yeah, it's cute.
It was sad when you said your Inktober drawings got lost because I know you worked so hard on them.
That's what hurt the most. Like everything else, I can get back, but that's irreplaceable. That's just
personally.
Yeah.
Personally, like all the money loss would have been the worst part for me because I couldn't afford to get a new laptop right now, for instance.
Well, thankfully I worked all summer so I could.
I straight up couldn't talk to you guys for like a whole while if I lost my laptop.
Well, you can use your phone.
But I can't attach a microphone to my phone.
But your phone has a microphone.
That's
a phone.
I tried it before.
It just sounds worse.
I tried it before, but it didn't work very well. I mean, it's possible, but it's gonna worsen the experience a lot. And it's gonna.
It is, but I talk to you guys on the phone all the time when I'm like in bed and I just want to relax. Yeah.
Maybe you have a better phone than me.
Maybe. Anyway, point is, that sucked, but I'm feeling better now. And you guys were really, really nice and helpful, and thanks a bunch. Especially NeverPaint and Asha, who drew a little thing for me and made me really, really happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout-outs.
Shout-outs to the people in this podcast.
Okay, you have to... Okay, guys, you have to imagine like Lemon, the most motivated and enthusiastic person ever in the world.
Put that on my Twitter bio.
Just being I think it is.
That's the joke.
I wasn't quite sure. And this person just being completely emotionally crushed and sad, and
not checking in with us for like a day. it was crazy how much.
Don't steal. That's the lesson for today.
It was really. It upset me too. It was weird. Not okay.
I got into a weird place, man. I was talking with Seika that night, and I just got into like a weird emotional place that I hadn't been in for years. It's hit me pretty hard, but I feel way better today. I bounced back way faster than I thought I would. Like yesterday, I was still pretty bad. Today, I was ready to like move on.
Mean, didn't you find out that a lot of your digital drawings were?
Yeah, but I don't care about digital drawings. Somehow, like I only cared about the last one because I it was a work in progress. And I could still keep working on it now. But honestly, it was the notebooks that I wanted to keep. It also has like all of you guys' drawings that you did for me during SketchyCon. And like the comic jams we did and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not thinking about it.
I still have a photo of a bunch of comic jams lying around here.
We still haven't uploaded the ping pong video.
Wait, I sent you a link.
Yeah, you sent me all the videos. I'll put them in the drive later today.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Honestly, I was thinking about like something that like could compare to like something that I could lose that would suck just as much. Because I don't usually like carry around stuff that's that important to me. But yeah, I completely forgot about my sketchbook. That I've been drawing in like every single day since like March, and it's almost filled up completely.
Okay, two times a week I go on a train ride with a backpack filled with my laptop, my microphone, and my drawing tablet. And if that backpack gets lost, I'm dead. Like financially. Well,
thankfully, I had enough of a support net to not be dead financially.
I mean, yes, I could also ask like my family for money, but yeah, it would be bad.
Yeah. That was a bummer.
I feel less worried about like stuff getting stolen than about like just my place burned down.
that's that's just dumb. Come on.
No,
there's so much more stuff
dumb.
in it that is more important to me than like.
But it's not gonna burn down though.
It can happen.
You don't know.
It seems so much more unlikely than anything that could happen to you personally. Like,
but like it's not like I live still. Like it's not like the only people in that house are like my family that I've known. And that I kind of trust.
You live with strangers in the same house, and you don't know what these guys are up to.
Yeah, I just don't trust any old people ever to like not fuck up shit bad. To be honest.
Get
I
your
guess my
Hausratsversicherung,
anxieties just
guys.
go elsewhere. I don't ever think about my house being robbed or burning down, or I just assume it's going to be fine. Maybe I shouldn't.
Fire is just scary generally.
Also, just me like leaving the house early in the morning and then like forgetting to like
lock the door,
turn off. Yeah, that too. Like not slam the door hard enough so I don't wake anyone up, and then it just isn't locked at all. I've definitely thought about that a lot, and I was like scared all day at school.
You're like that one Soul Eater character who's obsessed with symmetry, and he's like at school thinking about how he didn't fold the toilet paper symmetrically correctly enough, but with a locked door.
I didn't fold my door.
I didn't fold my door symmetrically.
My origami door.
That reminds me of when I was like paranoid of getting punched in the side of the head for like a year.
Punch?
What? Why specifically in the side of the head, Asha? I need to know.
Because I got punched in the side of the head.
What?
By who? By Asha Punch? Was it Asha Punch? Please tell.
No, it was just some guy punched me.
Why?
Like
I don't know.
On the street.
Yeah.
Aren't people nice there?
Not everyone.
Unbelievable.
Probably a damn foreigner. Probably an American immigrant.
So they thought they can punch me because I'm Asha. And small, but they didn't realize I'm Asha.
I'm sorry.
What?
It just sounds like the tagline for a trailer. Like, they thought they could punch me because I'm Asha. They didn't know what was coming to them. Days and days I slaved away in my house, building the final contraption to deliver them to the bitter end. Asha, 2020. Nearest cinemas right now.
Of course,
right
3D.
2020 right now.
On her eyesight.
What?
I would watch that.
I don't know. It sounds too scary.
Still, I need more context for that punching story.
Yeah,
How did that...
just some random person just punched you out of nowhere in the streets?
On the street?
Yeah.
Why?
You just walked. I don't know. He was
And then
trying
just
to
kept
rob
walking,
me?
or what, like?
No, he punched me. I ran away.
So he just kept running.
Yeah.
That's so weird. That's so strange.
In a tram in like Strasbourg in France, which is like near where I live. And like I was in a tram with a classmate, and then like some guy just started like punching some other guy like right next to me, and his fist almost hit me too. And like,
your first thought was
like,
God, I wish it did.
Oh no.
Totally, dude. Yeah, no. By the end of it, there was like blood splatters. Like,
what?
On the ground and on the walls.
Oh, that reminds me of a story.
And like, and like the tram like just stopped at the next like station and like waited for the police to arrive, and like it didn't open the doors, and like
what?
All the people in it were so scared of that one
That's
guy.
stupid. Why would they do that? You have to open the doors to get the passengers out safely.
I guess they didn't want to endanger the people on the street or something.
I guess they probably just didn't want him to escape.
You know,
and didn't care about everyone inside.
No.
Well, the tram driver just probably didn't know how to deal with the situation.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, that's not something that happens every day. But
honestly, it probably does in that city.
Is Strasbourg that violent? It's like
I hear a lot of stories about like people just being very violent and like criminal around there.
Okay.
Yes.
I have a cool story.
Okay.
So this was
but someone else also had a cool story.
Oh wait, were you starting to say something? Sorry, I cut out and then came back.
No, someone else had a cool story, I think.
Oh.
while I was talking? Or was it
I think it was me.
Was it just you? Okay, please talk.
So a couple years ago, me and a buddy had a night out. It was just us two, and we went to a club and we danced around. We met a couple of shady looking dudes, and we just walked out because stuff was getting a little dirty in the club. Like, not in the good way, but it was just shady dudes getting into arguments, and we just walked out. And we walk out, there's like 2 groups of 10 dudes sort of squaring off against each other in that big there's like a big plaza in front of the club. You just sort of walk away. These 2 dudes start like fighting each other. It was like being a plaza cheered on by the other guys. Apparently some sort of gang warfare was going on in front of the club, and we just keep walking, and we suddenly see like blood on the ground, like a trail of blood, and we're pretty, intoxicated, so we have the brilliant idea of taking out our phones and turning on the flashlights and following the blood trail to see where it takes us. So we just start following this blood trail on the ground.
How old were you?
Like 19? 18, 19?
Okay.
Something around that. And we just follow the blood trail, and eventually we get to like a big blood splatter on the ground. And then we found out the next day that there had been like a couple stabbings. So I guess we found the site of one of the stabbings by following a blood trail. We just found the end of the blood trail. We were like,
the guy from Asha's work. You just found the guy from Asha's work.
Yeah, we just found Corey. Gory Corey. But yeah, I just remember having like this really dumb Sherlock Holmes moment, and we're just trying to follow the trail and figure out what happened. It was fun.
Exciting.
And that's the story.
That reminds me of my dad to some extent,
because he was also big into stabbing.
Yeah, no, we used to like wander around in the forests, and like whenever we went somewhere, we would like explore the landscape, and whenever there was like some kind of ruin or broken down buildings, he just wanted to explore everything and follow every weird traces, and I was always sticking to him because I don't want to stay alone, but I was also always really scared, and it's funny, and we found weird stuff. But yeah, I'm like legally obligated to not talk about that stuff. So.
Legally obligated? What?
Well,
yeah, it's a.
Wait, you weren't joking? What?
I was joking.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but what was it? But...
One day we found like a set of like passports from some working. Okay, it was like a old left out factory, and there was like the set of papers which was like a life summary of some guy who worked there, and some passports, and they were all like ripped apart.
Dude, it's just like when you're in a video game and you find the notes that are like old records with flavor text of the place you were in.
Yeah, next to it is the audio log.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You put the audio log and you get to listen while you... Yeah.
No, what we did was we spent like a few hours like piecing all the papers together, because it was only like ripped into 4 parts, and like
it took you a few hours.
No, it was like a stack of paper. Guys, please.
It was just funny.
We were good detectives.
Dude, it's why is this so funny?
It isn't.
It's just like a Professor Layton video game.
Dude, they just released a new one for the Switch, and I don't have one anymore.
No.
Gosh.
I'll buy it so you can play it at SketchyCon if it's.
I'll probably have a new Switch by the time it's SketchyCon.
Okay.
I found a good offer.
Can we watch the Leighton movie for like?
We have to watch it
something?
Dubbed in British English though.
That's fine with me. I just want to watch that movie again because I watched it so many times. The DVD broke.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Like it was so scratched up that it didn't work anymore.
Damn.
Because I watched it so many times. I love that movie.
I've never seen it actually.
Well,
we really need to watch the K-On! Movie though,
Professor Layton,
because I've
yes,
I want to see all the locations that Graf and I went to, but in K-On!
Oh yeah.
You know, I just recently went through my anime list and tried to decide on like some kind of top 10 anime, because my last time I did that was like 3 years ago, and I like thinking back on it. The K-On! Movie is the best part of K-On! To me. It's perfect. It's just I can watch it again and again. Yeah. That's it.
For time.
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 Dude, did you see their new song? Caramel. They just released a new song today.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
The group for Caramel
Hokago
Dancing.
Tea Time? Oh, okay.
Caramel Dancing 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Have you actually seen like the original Electric Boogaloo poster? Hold on, let me find it. Originally it's an 80s film that was it was just like this dancing movie, and it called Breakin, and the sequel is called Breakin 2 Electric Boogaloo. And it's just a really funny poster. Hold on, here it is. Just look at this.
Oh yeah.
They're back
Caramella
for
Girls.
everyone who
15
believes in
hours
the
ago,
beat.
Lollipop.
This is my favorite shit ever.
This poster's good.
Oh my god, that new Caramella Girls track is exactly like cupid.com/headpat.html, but as a music. Holy fuck.
Look at the shading on the purple girl. She's like
dabbing.
She has like the yeah. She's got like the I'm gonna kill you sort of shading over her eyes.
Oh my god.
Like too much Photoshop dark soft brush.
Wait, do you mean the Electric Boogaloo poster?
No. Also, the
But
song
that one
is
has the original. It is. I just noticed the Electric Boogaloo 2, the original like Chad vs Virgin Chad pose.
I guess. Go make your own Lollipop,
Alex. About, right?
Make it happen. It's a good song.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Wanna wrap it up and go to
well,
the
does
next
anybody else
thing?
have anything else they want to talk about for what happened this week to them?
I watched a movie and a TV show that really inspired me. Have any of you guys seen Klaus yet? The Netflix movie?
I have not.
Not yet, but I will.
What is it about?
I just want to give a recommendation, because this movie moved me so much.
This movie moved you.
Yeah, I cried. I really cried because
me.
the animation was so beautiful. So I just want to recommend it to everybody.
Isn't it like a
Oh, I've seen
Disney
screenshots of this
2D animated movie?
It's not a Disney movie. It's
Yeah, but it's Disney style, like in
Not
this,
really.
Sort of. It looks
Like
very
smooth.
much like a lot like the older Disney movies a bit, but also
Yeah,
a bit like the
that's very cool.
DreamWorks stuff.
The backgrounds look a lot like
Um,
Beauty and the Beast. Not Beauty and the Beast. Sleeping Beauty. I think.
And the Beast.
Like the way the backgrounds are stylized and flat colored.
I guess I do. I've never seen Sleeping Beauty.
You've never seen Sleeping Beauty? Oh, you'd love it. It's one of the better ones.
Anyway, the movie was beautiful. It was so gorgeously animated. It's like a 1 weak plot point in my opinion, but I forgive this movie everything because all the scenes, it's just like everything is just so beautiful. Just watch it. Just watch it.
Okay.
Okay.
The Sleeping Beauty backgrounds are beautiful. I love them so much.
Ooh, nice.
That's such a cool art style.
Wait, that's a movie.
Oh my god, dude! When did they came out?
It's one of their first ones. It's pretty old. I don't remember when.
But is it older?
It's like from like 30s or 50s or something.
I don't know.
I think. What's Snow White came out in like the 20s. I'm not sure.
You guys keep talking. I'll look it up.
Okay.
Blah blah blah.
It's from 1959.
Oh shit! I guess it is older than Heroes of Might and Magic 3. No, I mean, just look at it. Look at this.
Idiot.
I mean, yes, it's the same castle.
It's the same castle, yeah.
Oh wow, really? That is the same castle. Holy shit!
It is, yeah.
I guess you were inspired by it.
It's not exactly the same
similar,
castle, but it's
It's almost.
Anyway, I just really like those backgrounds of the original Sleeping Beauty movie. It's beautiful.
Yeah, those are great. I gotta check out the older Disney movies.
I'm gonna check out Disney movies in general. I've only seen like 2.
Man, I watched all of them. The thing is, there was this series of movies when I was little that they would sell in like newspaper shops monthly, and each monthly you could get a new one, and they were called the Magic English Disney Movie Collection. So they were Disney movies, and they were in English, so kids could learn English. And my parents just got them for me because I knew English, and I wanted the original versions of the films, and they were cheaper than buying the Spanish version. So I just have this giant collection of VCR tapes of like almost every single Disney movie, and I grew up watching them.
Wait, it was VCR tapes?
Yeah. I mean, this was like, what, 2002 or something? They still did VCR for a lot of things.
I'm so confused about your age, Lemon. I think you're lying about your age.
I'm not lying about my age.
I think you're just a few years older.
No.
You're just a few years older than you say.
I'm not.
At least
I swear.
like 5.
I would say I wish I was, but I don't. But I do. But I don't. But also I do. I don't know.
No. What I mean is like my first movie that I got was on DVD, so that's why I'm confused.
We had both. Some things were on tape, some things were on DVD. It just depended on what was being released. Like I have Spirited Away on DVD,
earlier than me.
and then I got Spirited Away when I was like 4. But then I also had the Magic English tapes, and those were on tape.
Is that a movie for 4-year-olds?
No, I remember being terrified.
Definitely not, right? Yeah, because I'm showing my niece like Ghibli movies. I till now we only watched Totoro and Ponyo, of course, because the rest is kind of scary for like a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Well, Ponyo came out when we were like 14 or something.
Yeah,
Ponyo's much later.
Yes, Ponyo is younger, but it's a great children's movie.
Yeah,
like
for
smaller children.
You know what they say?
I wanted to say is that no, I don't know.
Sharp like the edge of a samurai sword, the mental blade cut through flesh and bone.
Lemon,
though my mind's
stop right
order.
there. I want to talk
the
about
inner
monthly
heat pipe
subscription
gets
magazines
colder.
with cool stuff.
Oh yes, I have to find my path. Okay, continue.
Lemon! I'm gonna cut you with my samurai sword. I also had like one of these like monthly subscription magazines, but mine was with like insects and like bugs.
Yes, I remember those.
And spiders, in like acrylic blocks.
Yes.
And I have I still have the whole collection of like 90 of them in like big
Whoa, you did the collection?
plastic showcase boxes. Yeah, I
Awesome.
collected them. I didn't get all of them, but I have like 6 of these boxes, and they are very big, and I didn't take them with me because I wouldn't know where to put them. So if you guys are interested in like buying a bunch of dead spiders and bugs in acrylic boxes,
actually, acrylic moths. I would have an acrylic moth. I really like moths.
I'm sure I can find you one.
But like, I remember specifically those like monthly or weekly magazine things. I remember they were really, really popular when I was younger, and I would always pester my mom to get me the first one. Popular. And then she would never get me the other ones. So I have like...
No, the thing is, I can explain that, because the first one was always extremely really cheap.
I remember it was like €1. Yeah,
or something.
Exactly.
That's how they hook you. You get like extreme good value for the first volume, but then it's like a collection thing.
Yes,
like they had like a Lord of the Rings chess play thing, like and every volume you get like one chess piece of a Lord of the Rings character, and yeah, you get volume 1, you get like Gandalf the White, and that's sick. But then you have to get all the rest, and that's gonna be expensive.
The one I always wanted was the Precious Gems one. And like each month you would get a cool different little gem, and you would put it in a box. And I remember
neat.
My mom wouldn't want to get me them, but this one time I begged her really hard, because this one month they had lapis lazuli, and I really, really wanted lapis lazuli.
Dude.
So
was she like in a mirror?
Yes. I got a double deal, because I got lapis lazuli, and then I also got a mirror in which I could look at myself and admire my beauty. Just joking. But yeah, so I still have like a little box with issue 1, which was a bottle with flakes of gold floating in alcohol, which is now evaporated. Neat. So now it's just flakes of gold stuck to the walls of the bottle.
Okay. The alcohol evaporated.
Yeah.
I thought the gold evaporated.
No, it's the alcohol. And then a piece of lapis lazuli that I've always really, really liked. But, you know, that's how I got most of the original Dragon Ball, for example, because they just sold it monthly, and I really liked it.
I think we never had those with, like, DVDs. At least I
Oh, yeah. I did that with Pokemon as well. I got a few of the Pokemon ones. A few Pokemon DVDs.
We mostly had, like, collectible figures and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my Lord of the Rings tabletop game had, like a version of that. It was like the cheapest way to get the miniatures, but they stopped selling that before I got into the game. Guys, should we die?
What would you say, Alex?
Have you played Popotan, the visual novel by the guy who made Grisaya? Also made the art for that.
You mean Akio Watanabe? Character designer for Monogatari series and Grisaya.
I mean, I'm just looking at the Wikipedia page, and it just looks like
Popotan,
he made it. Yes. It's an eroge from 2002, and apparently
that's definitely.
This
game
cute.
started. Apparently, this game started like the Caramel dancing meme, like because the Caramel dancing dance thing, like the Caramel dancing dance loop was like apparently in the opening of the game, and then someone uploaded it on the internet with like the nightcore version of Caramel dancing in the background, which is the more popular like sped up version.
Oh shit.
Oof dog.
Oof. Well, what are we gonna do about that? Nice.
No, nice.
I guess we're doing a short commercial break here. Okay, this is gonna be annoying to edit either way.
Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Guys, no, come on, look at this. Look at this
I'm
artwork.
Recording again.
This is, Land Before Time. This is a drawing of Spike but grown up on DeviantArt. This is badass.
He's a teenager.
What? Well, yeah, or like grown up Spike. That's sick. It's like the top of where you can get in your life, creating something like this. Anyways, we can continue.
Okay.
Steel packed tight and microchip on my arm are a sign of all pro. The ultimate reward is honor, not awards. At odds with times and wars with no lords. A freelancer, a battle cry will make a dove fly. No, a battle cry of a hawk make a dove fly and a tear dry. Wonder why a lone wolf don't run with the clan. Only trust your instincts and be one with the plan.
Should we sync?
That's the one.
Okay.
Yeah, we should sync. Grown up Spike. I thought it was Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
Holy
shit.
Pony.
Guys, there's too many Spikes.
High five.
Please stop naming characters
So was
Spike.
Spike from fucking Hollow Knight. The Spike that killed me
Full Metal Alchemist.
so many times. It's like Spike from...
That's fine.
It's like the Spike from Super Meat Boy. Remember that game?
No, let's continue. Oh, what's with Sketch with Us?
Yeah.
No,
Let's sync first. Yeah.
Guys, please.
Let's sync with us. Send in your audio file where you clap with our sync.
Sketch with us for this week. Sync with us. Just send us a picture of the waveform of your clap, and that's your art.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, clap. 3, 2, 1, clap.
Okay. Let's clap. No, come on.
Lemon, why are you typing? We want to see you. We are all waiting.
Because these were thoughts that I couldn't air out loud in fear of
Singing?
Social unrest. Okay. We're gonna clap after I say
everybody
clap.
got it. I always
got it.
No,
so everybody got it. Yes. Okay.
Oh shit.
3, 2,
I forgot.
1, clap. 3, 2, 1, clap.
I have to
3,
hold myself
2,
back.
1, clap. 3, 2, 1, clap.
We're just gonna do this.
Okay.
Oh.
That was actually pretty good. Everybody was coming in at the same time as for me.
Yeah.
So
for me not, but fascinating.
Okay.
Sketch with us.
What were we talking about before I
How
died?
we want to move to Sketch with Us.
Okay. Also, the thing about Klaus that you wanted to mention, Graf.
The biggest thing about Klaus that makes it unique is that they shaded it in a way that it makes it look 3D, even though it's 2D. And that just makes me really excited about 2D animation in general, because it's been dying, and I feel like it's gonna make a comeback, and I want to be right there when it happens. Yeah.
Dude, become part of Spider-Verse 3 or whatever.
But
Not as beautiful as
Because Spider-Verse looks beautiful. I haven't seen
Spider-Verse is actually 3D. And
Yeah,
that's
why I was confused.
That's the opposite of it.
But there are some parts that are 2D animated, right?
They did. I think they did some effects.
Aren't there some
2D?
parts that are
don't know.
2D frame by frame?
No, so the thing they did that is that they...
I thought it was like a blend of 2D and 3D, but I could be completely wrong.
Played around with the frame rates a lot. Like, the old Spider-Man guys have a lower frame rate than the newer ones that are on screen at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, I just thought some of them were like 2D animated and some of them were 3D animated.
No,
it's all 3D.
Some of them move, like some of the action scenes looked 2D, but whatever.
I mean, I have no information on this. It just...
Either way, it looked really pretty and I really liked it.
It was... Spider-Verse looked really cool. I have to admit it.
I have to admit. Why do you have to admit it, Graf?
Because it's a superhero movie.
You're too much of a hipster sometimes.
What do you mean hipsters love superhero movies?
What?
Yeah,
No.
it's true.
Like hipster as in you don't want to be part of the norm. You want to be something different.
I want to like these movies. They're just not good.
By not liking superhero movies.
Anyway, this is not the...
Or whatever.
That's how I feel about Pokemon.
Yeah, Alex.
No, let's not get into this. Guys, hashtag sketchwithus. What do we have this week?
I cut out in the middle of a point. I'm so mad. I was just saying that like hipster in the sense that it's fun to stand out by not liking something that's popular. That's all I wanted to say. Okay. That's
not how I form opinions.
Fair enough.
Maybe not consciously.
Okay, sketch with us.
No,
Yeah.
I make a conscious effort not to do it like that. So anyway,
Guys,
sketch with us. We have.
Jeez. Contenance.
We have one sketch with us by the perfect failure.
Yeah, he's
on a
fail.
streak.
Congratulations.
My favorite boy.
And
I think we need a better name than Bowtie Butterfly. What was her topic, by the way?
Oh my god, I love her outfit.
It was
that's
sick girls. Was sick cute girls.
Cute.
Draw
That
cute
is-
girls
Oh
with
my
bandages was
okay.
the top.
Wait, I have seen her before. I think I've. Yeah, I know that character. He's drawn her before, like months ago, I think.
I really like her. She's like, you know, perfect failure. I like cool bugs. I like cool bug Pokemon. I like blouses
when they are
with
in your
big
bed.
titties in the blouses and corsets. And I like fluffy hair, and this has all of that. And it's really cute.
Yeah,
it's also pink and yellow. It's a good combo.
Just add glasses, and Lemon's gonna steal it.
Well, obviously. I like this character a lot. It's very similar to the outfit of one of my OCs as well. But yeah.
I also think that Bowtie Butterfly is a good name. She's like
Bowtie Butterfly.
It's got really good alliteration to it. Bowtie Butterfly.
Tie-fly.
It has the T sound and the B sound and the
tie-fly.
and those two sounds only.
It's great.
It's really cute.
That's the only sketch with us we have.
Oh no, guys! Why didn't you do more? Okay, what's the next topic?
I think NeverPaint was trying to say, hey, it's fun when we get more participation and we get more entries.
Oh yeah.
We would like to see more drawings from you guys.
Guys, no. I've
Show me what you got.
I've seen a better crop.
Show me what you got.
I want to start off the weekly progress section with
Yeah.
something.
Why is it his face?
Because the toe wasn't in the picture.
It's not a Nickelodeon show, so his toe isn't in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's pretty funny.
Very nice, Graf. This is your best work.
Thanks, I'm proud of it. I made it with a mouse.
Very graphic image.
I always thought it was very funny that in like the word graphic means like mature content, because every time it's like graphic imagery, I'm like, yeah, imagery is graphic.
So is it, guys? Is it a graphic novel? Is it a graphic novel or a graphic novel? I'm not sure.
Right?
Huh.
It's such a dumb meaning. It's also like that in Spain. It's like contenido gráfico. Yeah, it's a movie. Of course it has contenido gráfico. Anyway.
I had actually no idea that it meant that.
We don't have that in German. It's only in English. English and Spanish, I guess.
We might.
Okay.
I don't know.
Anyway,
this is very funny,
That's my
Graf,
contribution.
but also post the beautiful paintings you've been doing.
I didn't want to share them yet. I'm gonna share it maybe next episode.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like all the concept art for Paco is gonna come out at some point. I just don't want to share too much while I'm still like in the process of creating it. You know.
You can make a little book out of it, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, and
I'd actually.
Speaking of books,
if you did a limited print of that, I would back it. I would buy it.
Speaking of books, I don't have anything to post to like show, because I've been working on an image for like a zine that we're doing at Noodlebomb server.
At Noodlebomb server.
Yes. I'm very excited.
I should be working on that, but I won't.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be sick, and we're probably gonna print a bunch of them and sell them online.
That's really cool.
It is really cool. I'm very excited.
I didn't finish the work in progress that I was doing last week, mainly because of the incident on Wednesday. But I already ordered a new laptop that will be coming in next Tuesday, so I'll finish it when that happens. But I'll post my work in progress. You guys have already seen it, but I'll post it for the show to see. So I haven't decided on how I'm gonna color this, but I kind of like the look of this underwater city I made here.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Wait, why is this only half the picture? Let me. Okay, here it is. There's my city boy.
Yeah.
With an imaginary cityscape in the background filled with different things of my day-to-day life. A Spanish metro stop, some fast food. Oh my god, that backpack I drew is the backpack that got stolen. God damn it.
I was just gonna say.
That's a historic
artifact. I love the perspective in this.
This is historical. This is historical artwork.
If you zoom in real far, you can see the thief like lurking around the corner.
You can see the single tear.
The thief is the lady in the food stand.
The single tear forming in Lemon's eye.
Ugh.
By the way, Lemon, I really like the underwater theme of this coloring because
it's more than a single
of the
tear.
Like perspective you use and like the fish eye kind of thing. It makes sense when it's underwater. It makes more sense than it would like if it was like only air. You know.
Why?
I'm not sure.
I
mean, there's
wow.
What I mean is like that the perspective is like a little skewed, like, you know what I mean? It's like
it's distorted.
Shifted. It's distorted, and that makes more sense if it's like an underwater thing because underwater things get distorted visually.
It's not. It's a 2-point perspective. It's not like a fisheye or anything. It's just a very, very low angle, so everything gets very, very bendy. But like it's not distorted on purpose or anything. It's actually how like a camera shot from that angle would look like.
Yeah, I guess, but the way that it gets bendy like looks good in a underwater setting. Is what I need to say.
I guess, yeah.
Underwater settings are underrated. This just reminded me of an anime called Nagino Asakara.
It's good.
It's very good.
I don't know if it makes any sense to make it underwater though. Like it makes. I didn't draw it with the intention for it to be underwater. I think it. I don't know. I might. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet. I'm still a little bit stuck there.
What about finishing it?
What?
What about finishing it?
Yeah, but to finish it, I need to decide on
what about fish?
Color scheme.
Fish
I'm not putting fish into this. But fuck, this is not going to be underwater.
No,
this sketch, this underwater sketch. So Relic to Time I'm removing the bubbles. They're gonna leave.
Just make them smaller.
You know what? I played a lot of Persona 3 Dancing all night today, and I really liked the usage of like white silhouettes of stuff in the background. I'm gonna make this a serene white and blue sky sort of thing. Blue buildings. Yeah. It's gonna be serene. Serenity. Yeah. Next person.
Nice.
I sure didn't do anything that I can show this week, but I did stuff.
You did some cool stuff, though. I can vouch for it. I've seen it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna show anything till like, I don't know, maybe Valentine's Day 2020? I'm not sure. Could be. Indeed.
Could be. Also, NeverPaint, you gotta put an SPP reference in one of the backgrounds. You gotta.
No, that's illegal.
In all of them.
No, you have to. You have to. Come on.
You literally have to.
No.
I will
Start
force
showing
you.
backgrounds. I will.
I will.
Can I be in
I
there?
will literally like take a background from a fucking. I'll go to the freelance art channel right now. Take a background just so I can put an SPP reference in it.
Maybe.
I will do it.
Can I be in there in the background?
Anyway.
Can you put Poon in?
I just don't.
I mean, Poon Poon is basically Alex and Graf.
But by the way, we kind of fucked up by not doing the prompt. We said we like our Sketchwithus prompt. So we should probably do that by the time this episode goes live. Maybe.
What?
What?
What did we?
What do you mean?
We're not doing our Sketchwithus prompts.
Wow. Okay, guys. I see how it is.
I never saw it as that.
I see how it is. Talking your way out of being productive.
What are you talking about?
Why are you telling that to Graf? He's like the most productive of us all.
I'm sorry, Alex. I know. I've been slacking.
Well, except maybe Asha.
Huh?
Have you?
No, I have not.
I'm sure we did our own prompts a couple of times before. So now we gotta do it
the
every
Wi-Fi
time.
episode, I think.
I think, yeah.
All the other ones.
But that was before we even
I'm
had
sure.
prompts.
Alright.
I don't care. Please do the draw.
No, I'm not gonna do.
So, Ashalina, do you have a drawing?
I have one.
And also
Mostly
probably
done
20
like a
other
bunch
ones
of
that are
different
only
things
public.
that I can't show, or at least are too boring for the public.
Dude, that's all of us.
Yeah. Wait, where is it?
Oh, damn.
I drew a robot.
Whoa.
Its name is Robot.
Oh, robot.
It's my robot. I was so happy with this one. I was wondering if you were gonna post it or not.
Yeah, I need to post it to Twitter.
Yeah, I really liked it.
It's so cool.
Yeah, because you have this habit of just posting stuff on your blog.
Yeah.
Tumblr. What's his name, by the way, Lemon?
I call it Hexbuster at one point, but I'm not sure if I'm keeping that. I don't know yet.
Hexbuster.
Hexbuster was pretty cool though.
Sounds pretty neat.
Yeah, because he's like originally he was going to be the robot for the magical girl, but I don't know if he is anymore. It's kind of been his own thing. I'll figure it out.
It's her friend.
Eventually.
Giant robot.
Still really, really happy that you drew my character. And NeverPaint drew the magical girl from inside the mech as well.
Yeah.
And it made me really cheered me up.
They both have like this theme of like these.
I really appreciate it.
It really cheered you up.
Castle. What's a thing called on top of a castle?
They're called almenas in Spanish, but I cannot remember the name in English.
But yeah, it's a neat visual cue. It's good.
Yeah, that was the idea. to have them sort of. They're called battlements.
Battlements.
I don't know. Yeah, those sort of square crisscrossy shapes. I gave them as a design cue for the both of them. And they both have like shoulder pads and stuff. And they have like he doesn't have a skirt, but he has around his crotch area also that pattern, just like her. Anyway, I'm just really glad they got drawn again, and they were.
And
really
you're
nice.
also gonna draw them again.
Also, the finger gun. The finger gun is a great detail because I have this obsession with drawing my characters doing finger guns for some reason, and the fact that you gave him a finger gun really made me happy.
Finger guns are like
it's good
always
attention
a 10
to
out of 10
detail.
pose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe because I also drew him doing a finger gun now that I remember in his first drawing.
Is that it? Are we done?
But yeah,
Is it over?
I believe that's about it.
Is it
Yeah.
over, isn't it?
And anybody else has any last words before I kill you all?
Check my SoundCloud.
Please don't punch me.
Follow me on Twitter.
I will never punch. I'm lying. I will punch. No, I won't. What am I saying? It's late.
Pillow fight.
Goodbye,
pillow fight
everybody.
SketchCon.
Bye bye.
Dude, pillow fort at SketchyCon. Let's
Oh yeah,
let's get a pillow fort.
I have.
Go.
Goodbye, everybody. Till next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Recording.
I really like these two characters, Asha. Keep drawing them. They're cute.
I love them.
Yeah, they're great. She's so trying to take herself seriously, and he's so not going along with it. It's fantastic.
I'm glad you feel the same.
I like his
I mean,
fries.
it's just relatable.
Yeah.
His fries.
I like it.
He's got cool hair.
He does have cool hair. It's crazy hair.
Also
It's
big
like,
eyebrows.
It's 1950s, but like with an 80s perm.
Not, it's like 1950s, but in like the future.
Space Sandy.
3000 1950s.
It's like 2050s.
Okay.
Yes.
Hurry sinking.
Dude, just like the Titanic. Get the reference.
Yeah, we start.
Okay.
Where's NeverPaint? I haven't heard him
NeverPaint.
in a
NeverPaint.
while.
MP. Nate.
Nate.
Sounds like his internet died.
Oh no. Oh, he's just saying.
Oh, okay.
Madrid. I don't know why that popped into my head. Omera. Okay. God, I remember we were doing a silly thing in Japanese class where we were like interpreting like an old Japanese play, and I put on like this dastardly samurai voice rolling my R's, and my Japanese teacher just lost it.
Dude. Yes.
It was very funny.
Japanese roleplay at SketchCon. Like the whole
We should
time
record
with
like
that.
a kabuki play where we do all the poses and shit.
Where we only speak Japanese for like the entirety of the SketchCon.
Oh,
That's how you do it,
that
right?
would
That's how
be
you do
sick.
kabuki.
And then you also need the bamboo dong. Dude, it's like
Yes, welcome back.
It's like it predates the Soldier Boy.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What do you mean?
Okay, my recording is running. That was weird. I had this thing because of my boombox that is connected through Bluetooth. I have weird things with my what's it called?
Oh no, it's a boombox.
You're talking about a ghetto blaster.
I have no idea.
He's got a boombox. He's had it over his shoulder. He's walking down the street.
At all times.
Dude, Asha, yes. During RFCK-Con in London, Gibbs' brother, what's his name? The older one. Gibbs' brother brought a boombox, and he was playing like
Louis II.
Weird, really, really shitty, badly found signal radio, like all the way through London, in full military uniform.
Yes, I love this.
It was great.
Nice.
Anyways, the problem was that it's connected via Bluetooth to my laptop, but my roommate also has like the same box, and he also uses that with Bluetooth, so he had weird connection errors throughout the whole day. And at one point I saw it like in Discord, it taught me a message, a new audio device detected, your roommate's boombox. And I was like, that's funny. Let's like.
You should visit a dentist. NeverPaint.
Turn on like.
You should visit a dentist. You know, cause all of that Bluetooth.
I thought that's funny. I'm gonna turn on like a My Little Pony song, like Winter Wrap Up, and make him
Japanese cutie marker crusaders.
Japanese
cutie marker crusaders. Just saying.
But later today, just randomly, my laptop switched back to his. No, it was super weird. Like his laptop switched to my boombox somehow, and I was listening to his audiobook, and I was confusing.
And then Asuna embraced Kirito and whispered in his ear, "We'll always be together forever." That was the audiobook, right? Okay. I actually
it was actually
read
the same thing.
Almost like when back in like 2014 or something, I read all of the Sword Art Online light novels up to that point.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're just starting to.
I remember I went onto fucking Bakatsuki fan translations and downloaded them to my iPod Touch to read them while we were in Italy.
Oh, you were one of those fancy kids.
Fancy kids. I had an iPod Touch before I had like a smartphone at all. I just used my iPod for
I bought my first smartphone myself when I was like 18.
Well, that's just
that's pretty wild.
That's pretty weird.
Yes, it was also pretty weird here. But I didn't care. I had like a tablet, a small 7-inch tablet. That was good. Just for home, and I didn't really need a phone at school. I would just.
But what if you were not at home or school, and you needed to communicate?
That didn't exist. Well, I had a phone, but not a smartphone. I just like a little cheap.
Sorry, I just assumed you didn't have a phone somehow.